The Tars will go left to right. We're going to give you a video play-by-play. We don't need to give you chapter and verse because our audio is not on the air at the moment in WPRK, and we're looking for that tower. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that going for you when the new year starts. Renisha Andrews trying to drive, loses the handle. Here comes Albany. Tars will open in the woman-to-woman defense. 6 and 7 for Albany. 8 and 2 for the Rollins Stars, and driving on McClendon, and there it is, folks. She is now the all-time leader in block shots in Rollins history. Congratulations, Carly McClendon. Took her all of 34 seconds.
Well, you figure it wouldn't take that long for her.
That was quite amazing. Beautiful timing on that block. Now 8 to shoot for Albany. Driving it from the corner, now working it out high. The three-pointer will be off the mark, and McClendon will yank the board down. All of her teammates up and cheering for her as Bistro now will play it. Albany in the woman-to-woman as well. McClendon picks up her dribble. Bistro with the ball fake. Takes it inside and fires it in.
Tell you what, Robert, something says Joe Bistro came into the lineup. She's injected another scoring threat. She had the big performance versus Miles. Remember, she had 16 on the road versus Lynn earlier in the year. So if you can get that continuing performance with her in the lineup, takes a lot of pressure off that bench.
And the game is now tied as Chanti Layfield fires in a 17-footer. Shoots 44% from the field. This is not a great shooting team. 38% of the team, 32 beyond the arc. A minute and a half into this one, tied at 2. Andrews now will take it to the elbow, looking for help. Gives it off to Harrison. 10 to shoot. Harrison all by herself.
Yeah, giving her the right side of Robert to drive.
She picked up her dribble right off of the screen. Got to shoot it, Jaylyn. And she is going to get it up, but just in time. Wow. Thought she was going to have a shot clock violation taking it to the hoop there, but managed to spin it up right-handed. She is a left-hander. Rollins by 2, 2 minutes in. Stop and go move. And now a 16-footer will tie the game, and that is Alicia Foster knocking that one down. We are tied at 4. School is out for the Rollins Stars, and there's a skip pass. They do get it to McClendon. A little turnaround will be well short. Albany on the run. Members of the SIAC got a win over conference foe Tuskegee shortly. And knocking it out of bounds is McClendon.
And Robert, do you see Albany State when the Tars had the ball offensively? They're guarding heavily to Harrison's left side, knowing that she's a left-hander. So Harrison's going to have to try and find a way, maybe do a little hesitation dribble and break them down and try and go along that right side.
Rollins 1-2-2 now. Here's a high arcing three from the corner. And that long rebound will remain with the Albany State. They go by the Lady Rams. Rams being gender specific, and now a three-pointer. Up and in by Kayla Green. She is their best three-point shooter at over 40%. And Albany State with a 7-4 lead. Not going to give Ingler any room. They know his scouting report, and that ball is tipped away as Vernice Andrews tried a 25-foot pass. And now Harrison will commit the foul. Andrews now with 2 turnovers on the ball game. The only 2 the Rollins Stars have. Albany looks like they are a very, very aggressive team under Coach Robert Skinner. At the line is Chanti Layfield, 86% shooter. And she gives Albany an 8-4 lead. Already the 14th game for the Lady Rams. 1 for 2 for Layfield. Third turnover by Andrews in a little over 3 minutes. She has back-to-back 13 rebound games, though. Does have an over-aggressive trait sometimes and will turn the ball over, but that's the way Vernicia plays, all out, all the time. Stop and go move. We're going to have a block there, and that whistled on Alicia Foster, and that is the first on the Lady Rams as Double D We'll check into the game. Denise Daniels, Bistro out, Andrews out. Also coming in for Rollins will be the senior Jasmine Stone.
And really right now, Robbie, you've seen the starting lineup that capped the Tars at that 7-0 start. Has some offensive struggles the last 2 games, so Coach Glenn Wilkes decided to switch things up, putting Ingler and Joe Bistro in the lineup.
Whoa.
And hoping that they can get some more offensive production with Stone and Daniels on the bench and a foul call on Layfield on the reach-in.
Daniels was open down the lane. They did not see her. As the Tars with just 4 points in almost 4 minutes. And Albany State with 8. There's the inbound. Fresh clock now. Second team foul on Albany State. As Ingler goes stop and go and will take it all the way down the lane and have it blocked out of bounds by Ashley Johnson.
This is an Albany State team, Robert, that's forced 18 turnovers per game. So if you're Rollins, you have to make sure you take better care of the basketball, especially if you get the ball stagnant and out of bounds plays.
Now trying to get it inbounds. And Harrison will get it behind her back. 15 to shoot. Ingler got a little bit of a hand check there, but managed to take it inside, couldn't finish. Here come the Rams. Steps taken that time by Alicia Foster. As trying to work down the lane on McClendon. Rollins so far 2 of 4. Albany State 3 of 6. Stars have yet to take a 3-pointer. Here's McClendon. Daniels does not shoot the 3. Harrison will, but now she decides to go stop and go. 12 to shoot. Oh, nice move inside, but unable to finish, Jasmine Stone. Coach Wilkes thought there might have been a foul on that play. Down 8-4. The Rollins Stars midway through the first quarter. Oh, a little carry there, and McClendon forced a tough shot inside. Look out, Daniels. She's got somebody coming from behind. She's got to know that. And we're going to have a foul on the floor as hanging on to Denise Daniel was Chantrell Holland. Denise was coming up court being chased by that Albany player. And that will be the 3rd foul on the Lady Rams, and we've got our first media timeout. And
the fans were telling the Daniels, hey, there's someone behind you, there's someone behind you. And she had Stone on the right side running along with her, and she didn't see her. And that's how they were able to get the ball knocked away from Double D's hands. Fortunately, they get the foul called on Holland, and the Tars will get possession when we come back from a media timeout with 4:51 left in this first quarter.
That's Victor Anderson. I'm Robert Siegel. I want to thank our prime sponsor, Geico, as well as career source of Central Florida and Pro Team Sports, Coca-Cola. Jewett Orthopedic Clinic, who will sponsor our post-game show. Seminole Chiropractic Medicine. Yogurtland. We'll pick the Yogurtland player of the game. Hilton Orlando and Altamont Springs. Spectrum Sports Performance. Waterboy Sports. Simple Thought Productions. And a Jim Hogue Photography. Embry-Riddle took a beating today from Illinois Springfield. St. Leo, another win. Lynn, a nice win over Shaw. Florida Tech falls to Malone College of Ohio. So that's the action around the league. A lot of men's games going on here tonight, but none of them league games.
And Robert, you mentioned it earlier in the pregame show. Conference action getting back started next Saturday. Rollins going to St. Petersburg to take on Eckerd. And the last time the Tars went to St. Petersburg was in the regional semifinals and handed Eckerd their 2nd and final home loss of the season. The only team that Eckerd lost to at home last year.
Here's Daniels. Yeah, I was watching that Eckerd game last night. The Eckerd women with a tough loss on their home floor to Lewis. That ball tipped away, and here comes Ingler. She's got an open player in Stone, but Stone will back it out. Here's Double D. Might have gotten away with a travel. Ingler, they're right on top of her. Not giving her an inch to shoot the ball. 8-6. Here's Harrison. Comes up short on that deuce. And here comes Albany State with a 2-point lead. 4 minutes remaining. First quarter of action. Nice crossover type move. And a foul on the play. as Chanti Layfield now will have a chance to put up her 6th point. And that foul will be whistled on McClendon. Little defensive lapse there allowed the Layfield to get the baseline.
Yep. And a good ball fake on Daniels to let her drive that baseline. The late closeout by McClendon.
3-point play by Layfield, who now has 6. And it's an 11-6 Albany State lead as Bistro checks back in, as does Vernicia Andrews. Andrews working the ball around the perimeter. Tars really not able to get anything in the paint here. There's Andrews. They're backing off of her. And now with 9 to shoot, just gets it off to Daniels, and her runner is good. Denise now with her first bucket of the game. That's the Albany State lead to 3. 3:20 remaining, first quarter of action. Albany State regional matchup here, and a foul on the play.
Nope, travel.
Oh, a travel. Ooh. William Pond saw a shuffling of the feet. Looked like a nice move there down on the blocks by Alicia Foster. But here come the Tars with a chance to cut into that 3-point deficit. Backing off of Daniels. They know she doesn't shoot the 3. Her range is about 16 feet on in. Here's Rachel Leah in the ball game, coming off a career game. Tars are just looking sideways. They're not looking to shoot the ball. Bistro is, and she will miss the shot. You know, moving the ball is fine, but somebody's got to put it in the bucket. Here comes Albany. 2:40 remaining. Stop and pop. Daniels cleans the glass. Nice pass up ahead. Stone cannot hold it. Leah now will play it back to a wide open Jasmine Stone, who airmails that one.
Had a good look, did Jasmine, but left a little bit long.
Tars now 4 of 9, as is Albany. But one of Albany's was a 3. That was the first 3 that Rollins has taken in the game. And Rollins has yet to shoot a free throw and did not want to play defense on that particular possession. The lane, we could see a perfect angle. It was wide open like a layup line. And now 2 more shots coming for Albany.
And we talked about the rebounding prowess of this Lady Ram team, doubling up on Rollins, +4 in the rebounding battle so far.
80% shooter, clanks that one off the back rim. Couple of subs coming in for Albany, and he'll go 13, 14 deep sometimes at the end of the ball game for Albany. As that second free throw is good. We'll get these subs in just a moment. Vernicia Andrews to the elbow here, a little high on that pass. Bistro's 16-footer will rim out. Andrews will battle, and Stone will come away. Here's Vernicia.
Left it short.
Wow. This is an easy layup inside. Andrews kicks it to Stone. Her three-pointer is good. First 3 of the game. Nice pass by Andrews. And Albany with a 1-point lead here with 90 seconds remaining in the quarter. Tars woman-to-woman defense. Albany on the perimeter here. Now they get it down low. Inside, outside. That shot is off the mark. Nice tip there by Jasmine Stone. Here comes Denise Daniels. She will ball fake and draw the foul.
And now you're starting to see the assertiveness that we saw Saturday with Rollins getting the rebounds, going out in transition with the runouts. Daniels gets fouled. That's going to put Albany State over the limit.
Udofia in the ball game for Albany. Also checking in is Sierra Norman. And he will go deep on his bench, will Coach Skinner. That free throw is good by Denise Daniels. That's the first free throw of the game attempted by Rollins, as Ingler will check back in. Stone out. And Harrison in as well for Bistro. Give Rollins a lead here. And she does, Denise Daniels. Good free throw shooter out of Colonial High School here in Orlando. Picking up her dribble and now getting it up across the line was Alexandria James for Albany. Tars are in a zone, it looks like.
Yep.
Oh, wow. And the Tars get lucky on that one. As having a layup but unable to hang on to it was Tyra Thompson. And then Andrews had a shot at it, couldn't hold it.
Yeah, but now they're discussing that Andrews had possession long enough to reset the shot clock.
They didn't have possession as far as I know.
Yep, so 9 on the shot clock, so that to be a quick hitter inbounds for Albany State.
Tars goes zone out of that out-of-bounds play. Albany doesn't look like they're looking at the clock. And they do manage to get that shot up. Here's Vernisha Andrews. We'll get it up ahead to Leah. Skip pass. Ingler. Andrews. He'll give her that shot. 1 point Rollins lead. Shot clock is off, but they're going to take one, and they're going to drain it, does Albany. Now Rollins has to hustle up court.
Timeout call by Glenn Wilkes.
He is really upset with the lack of hustle back on defense as Albany State buried another three-pointer. That one by Ashley Johnson. That's what she does. Almost all of her shots are three-pointers. Hits about 1 and 3. And now Albany State with the lead. I don't know if Coach Wilkes realized there were 9.1 seconds left when he called the timeout. I'm sure he did.
It was one of those things where he wants to make sure the defense is on the same page going into the second quarter. It's not just that last possession, making sure that they're on one accord for the last 9.1 seconds. And
let's see if they roll that ball up court. Albany's going to let them do it if they want to. 9.1 seconds left, and that's exactly what they do. And here's Harrison with 8 seconds. Harrison around the screen. Harrison got to take it all the way. Ingler will take it, and her runner is well short. Well, at least they got a shot off. Ingler short-armed a runner on the baseline. And for Julia, that was her first shot of the game. As Albany State knows all about her.
Yeah, really, Robbie, you think about how Albany State's been able to limit Rollins, only shooting 2 3-pointers total in the first quarter, and that's a credit to them doing 2 things. Number 1, staying aggressive, going out in front and sending a woman-to-woman defense, and number 2, switching on the screens and not letting Rollins getting any clean looks, forcing them to try to pound the ball inside and then try to work the ball back out. And by the time they do so, you had 10 seconds left on or less than the shot clock, and you had to work something out another way.
Albany State very impressive here in the first quarter. They are just 6 and 7. They are 2 and 2 in the SIAC, and these kind of games are the kind of games at the end of the year that really count. If you're looking for a bid to that region and you don't win your conference, they look and see what you do against other region foes, and these are region foes, both Miles and Albany State.
And not only that, Robert, they look at what you do on the road in region games. So a victory, the St. Leo victory they got against Rollins, if they're on the bubble in March, they're going to look at that win that they got against Rollins early in the season. That might be something that puts them over the top. Same thing with Albany State. They can somehow find a way to get the win.
In the blue with gold numerals, gold and white trim going right to left. Albany will have the first possession. Deanna Jackson, our veteran official, hands it off. The Tars will open in a 1-2-2 look. A skip pass across the top of that zone. There's the three-point shooter in the corner. Does not take it. Now we'll work it to the far corner. That's well short. Somebody got to go get that rebound. 2 Rollins players blocking out but not moving. Here's Harrison in a hurry. Harrison takes it in and brings it back out. Woman-to-woman defense. Andrews dribbling right through trouble. Jasmine Stone's got the only 3 for Rollins, and whatever they're doing, they're not happy with. Here is Andrews, and she makes her 4th turnover of the game for Vernicia. And Albany State a minute into a scoreless second quarter with a 2-point lead. Nice feed inside, tipped out of bounds by Ingler. And it will be Albany State basketball down to our left. Breathing very heavily in there is Edofia out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, transferred from Clayton State. Three-pointer up and in by Thompson. Totally unguarded. Coach Wilkes just shaking his head over there. There's McClendon. She will roll one in. McClendon now with 4. It's a 3-point Albany lead. Oh, nice play inside. And we got a jump ball.
And a possession, we'll give it to Rollins. Heady play by Carly McClendon, getting that tie up.
Coach Wilkes leaning back in his chair. And now he's up signaling whatever he wants. Tars are 6 of 16. Albany State 6 of 15. Albany's got 3 3-pointers though, as the Tars with just 1. Andrews. Now gets to Harrison, way out for 3. Nope. And we're gonna have a foul underneath.
And they're gonna call, it looks like they're gonna call Delphia going through McClendon. Oh, check that I call out on Ashley. Check out that call on Ashley Johnson.
Udofia's got her hands up on her head. She is definitely, that ball was a nice clean block in there by Ashley Johnson as Andrews turns one over again. And here comes Albany. Tars will stick in that 1-2-2 zone. Moving the ball well. And the 3-pointer is put up and in by James. It's a 32% team, but that's their 4th in 8 attempts, and here is Andrews. The defense that time. There's another wide open 3. This one will not go. Harrison goes end to end.
Right now, Robert, Rollins kind of slipping a little bit back to those habits they had against St. Leo, not really able to get the ball moving around. Harrison was able to explode in transition, got the layup and the foul.
Yeah, she spotted that opening about midcourt and just turned on the Jets. Now the left-hander can cut it to a 3-point Albany State lead. Does not. Rollins trail by 2 at the quarter, trail by 4 right now. They decided to stay in that zone. Here's Daniels. Couldn't control it. Now she does, and here's Leah. Just like she did on Saturday. Coming out firing. And Rachel Leah cuts the Albany State lead to 2. Ooh. Again, perimeter. Trying to find that corner 3. Nice ball fake. And a little 15-footers off the mark, but the stick back is put up and in by Alicia Foster. She's got 4. There's Leah. Just a freshman. And nice feed inside, but Harrison cannot make the layup. Leah from Williamsburg, Virginia, historic Williamsburg, and the home of William and Mary University. Tars now getting to the corner for the 3s, except not that time. Good ball movement, another 3-pointer. They are 5 of 10 as Albany State has their biggest lead of the game, 7. They've just out-hustled Rollins.
Absolutely, yeah, no question, Robert. Both, especially on the offensive end of the ball.
That's off the mark. You can see that. Daniels with the rebound. Ingler did get an open look, though. She gets another one. That's not so open. She knocks it down. Ingler continuing her assault on the record for three-pointers by Jill Razor. And that shot is no good. We're going to have a foul on the rebound by Tyra Thompson. That'll be the third on the Lady Rams. Bistro will replace Harrison in the Rollins lineup. Tars in white going left to right.
And Robert, if you look at the stats, it's pretty even. The big factor, Albany State, 5 of 11 from the three-point line. Rollins, 2 of 5. The Tars had to do a much better job closing out and contesting those three-point looks the Lady Rams have been getting.
Rollins usually will out-rebound their foes, but they are down in rebounds here. Bistro for three. And absolutely way off the mark. Albany attacks that zone. Nice move inside, but missing the shot. Rachel Leah will come away. She'll kick it up court. A little bit too soft on that pass. Got a break at Albany, knocked it out of bounds. Layfield back in for the Albany State Lady Rams, and we've got a timeout on the floor here at the Alfond in Winter Park, Florida.
It's where it's like in life. It takes hard work and dedication to be the best, and that's where Career Source Central Florida comes in. Career Source Central Florida can guide you and your business to be the best they can be. Their team of highly trained business consultants are available to help you hire, train, and expand your team. They tailor their recruitment services to fit your needs. So if you're looking for the best, visit them at CareerSourceCF.com to get started today and build your team of qualified talent. Career Source Central Florida, as always, tailored from every angle. Your angle.
That's Victor Anderson. I'm Robert Siegel. Megan Henner's running the show here. It's because Nate Wyatt and his cast of thousands are out there in Las Vegas with gentleman Jim Farrow and company. Could not bring us a win, though, earlier today, dropping to Midwestern State, who I believe was 2-8. Going into that one, Rollins 8-3. But they've got another chance tomorrow against West Texas A&M.
You know, but really, Robert, the trip to Las Vegas is an opportunity for them to try and get themselves back on that right side of things. A tough loss today, and not much time to get over it. You got a quick turnaround tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock in Eastern time. That's 12 noon over in the desert.
Go to RollinsSports.com if you'd like to see that one. Here come the Tars in the white. They will have possession here, trailing by 4, 26-22, 4:30 remaining in the second quarter of this one. Leah takes it to the paint. And now they give it to Ingler. On about three. Oh, nice move by Denise Daniels. Looked like she got hammered. Somebody got to shoot the ball here. That ball didn't go off the rim. And Ingler's three will be a little bit long. 4 minutes remaining, second quarter. Tars now 9 of 24 overall. And they're in the woman-to-woman now. Back out of that zone. Here's Layfield. Looking a little bit of a weave now. Going baseline. Nice block by McClendon. Her second of the game, but throwing that one back up and in. It was Kayla Green.
Green with 8 points, 5 of them in the second quarter.
6-point lead by Albany State. They've led by as many as 7. Here's Leah. She'll spin in traffic. Give it to McClendon. 16-footer. She shoots at 17. One and done for the Rollins Tars. Not much going on offensive rebounds. Stop and go move around in traffic. A beautiful drive down the lane. Kayla Green now with back-to-back buckets. She averages 12. She's got 7. And it's the biggest lead of the game for the Albany State Lady Rams. There goes Rollins looking sideways. Now Daniels looking sideways. Bistro. Ingler's runner. And she'll get the roll. 6-point Albany lead. Now Ingler with 5 in the game. Layfield stop and go. In the blue, attacking the goal, 2 hour left. Nice move, beautiful move. Got McClendon up in the air, and then Foster, and they're going to give her that bucket. Like an NBA continuation in that one, huh?
And really, it's kind of the staggered screen they had on the right side. They got the mismatch that they wanted, and that's what Albany State's been doing to get those advantages, getting the opportunities when they switch and utilizing the mismatch to their advantage, either with a driving inside or doing a little dribble handoff.
Free throw is up and good by Tyra Thompson. For some reason, I thought that Foster was the one that got the bucket, but I guess not. Tyra Thompson got the layup. Those numbers are big and bold. I should be able to see them. Here's Stone. Looking off to Harrison. Well, Albany is hustling on defense, and
timeout.
Get a timeout. She was on the floor. Not smart play by the senior, Ashanti Layfield, out of Albany, Georgia. Tars turn it over once more. That'll be the 7th turnover. And, you know, you want to think that Rollins looks flat, but it's Albany State that's making them look that way.
The hustle, this the thing. Albany State is a great defensive team, and they helped Tuskegee to 46 points in their victory a couple of nights ago. So they're playing with a lot of confidence right now, Robert. And the thing is, and we kind of alluded to it going into the second quarter, the three-point shooting. Albany State only shooting 32% from 3, 5 of 11 from this game, 3 of 6 in the second quarter alone, and they're holding Rollins to one-and-done possessions.
1:57 remaining here in the second quarter. Albany headed right to left. Andrews back in for Rollins. Now playing woman-to-woman defense. Oh, nice hit by Harrison, and away come the Tars. 4-on-2. Ingler takes it all the way. 7 points for the senior. 90 seconds remaining. Tars trail by 7. Oh, good feed inside. Look at that little lob pass by Layfield. And the bucket is up and in by Foster. Andrews picks up that dribble, gives it off to Ingler. Nice stop-and-go move. And a block out of bounds. Ingler looked like she had a step, and Foster said, no, you don't. Tipped it away. There's the inbound, or is it? Not much going on, and Harrison unloaded it out. Oh,
I don't think the shot clock went off. I don't think the shot clock started. That's what happened there.
Got former Rollins star Marie Gilbert, who graduated last year, over there on the table. They're talking it over. Clock shows 1:08 with 19 on the shot clock, and they're going to run it down a little bit, I believe, to 15. Tars trail by 9. This is their biggest deficit of the game. We tick down under a minute. There is Stone, nice feed. Oh, wow. Just threw that one completely over the rim. 50 seconds remaining. Nice feed inside. And missing an easy one up over Harrison that time was Alicia Foster. Tars have 5-on-4. Give it off to Daniels. And now the Tars should get 2 for 1 out of this. Cut it to 7 here. Nice feed, Harrison. Found Daniels on the baseline. McClendon 2 fouls now on the bench. And firing it up and missing, but going to get another look at it with 16 seconds left. Tars will not get the last shot. Coach Skinner says hang on to it. Oh, a stop and a pop Off the mark, 5 seconds left. Shoot it, shoot it. And Rollins will go to the dressing room with a